This song is about the herring girls, so it's very apt down here. And the herring girls work their way down the east coast from the north of Scotland as far as Great Yarmouth usually, and beyond. But they worked in teams of 3, 2 gutters and a packer. And they worked on the northeast coast from late April to early October. And these girls and ladies regularly cut their hands with the sharp knives, and the brine must have stung badly, and they used to wrap their hands in rags. And flour sacking they used to put around their fingers. And the herrings were packed into 4-foot barrels in a rosette pattern with the head in, tail out, and then they reversed it with the next layer with lots of salt. And they were paid 10 shillings a day, which is a lot of money towards the end of the 19th century. But then when they'd finished, a lot of that was taken off for food and lodgings. And when they came back, they used to buy a bolt of cloth to take back to Scotland with them. And they used to come down to Culcoats and Amble, and when they came to Amble, they used to go and see the dressmakers, and the ladies here used to make them dresses for the Cayleys. And the ladies remember that the material they were given used to smell of peat, because it sat in the cupboard by the fire all through the winter. This is called Herring Girls.
Outside
This is a song dedicated to the Eternal Muse. In other words, trying to write the perfect love song. Never quite works, but we keep going. This is called On a Day Like Today. On a day like today, I could sit in the rain with you. On a day like today, I would walk on water for you. I could just hold your hand, talking about your favourite band, and you tell me the song with your favourite lines, wouldn't you? On a day like today, we'd be fine. On an evening like this, I could sit in the dark with you. On an evening like this, I would settle for one kiss from you. We could count the stars above, tell the man in the moon about our love, and you'd laugh when I told you I once had a friend called Buzz. On an evening like this, we could shine. And when you go to bed, you'll hear this song in your head, and it'll go round and round, round and round and round, and I'll be dreaming about you instead. On a morning like this, I could paint the sunrise for you. On a morning like this, I could start a daydream with you. I could rewrite every line of this song if it would make you mine, but you'd smile and then say there was never such a fool as I. On a morning like this, we could fly. And when you go to bed, you'll hear this song in your head. It'll go round and round, and round and round and round, and I'll be dreaming about you instead. On a day like today, on a day like today. Now this next bit looks really fancy. Not bad. Now this is not because I'm showing off guitars, it's actually because I'm too lazy to tune this one down. So, this is a song that started as a poem and then turned into a song. When you're songwriting, you tend to go wherever it takes you, and so this song is about when I was a boy. When I was a boy, I lived in Portsmouth and we used to roam across Portsdown Hill, picking up slowworms and adders and lizards and all sorts of things. And we were there as a group of children. And so it has a chorus. When I was a boy and you were my girl. Was it really? When I was a boy, and you were my girl. When I was a boy, dreamer in my world. When I was a boy, you were my girl. Come try that. When I was a boy, and you were my girl. When I was a boy, a dreamer in my world. When I was a boy, and you were my girl. When I was a boy, all the grass was green and the sky was blue, and there were newts in the pond and sticklebacks too. And I remember primroses and bilberries and spiderweb hanging. Heavy with you when I was a boy, and you were my girl. When I was a boy, dreamer in my world. When I was a boy, and you were my girl. When I was a boy, I can still smell wet pavements after summer rain. Hot lizards lightning fast, slow worms in the lane. And under rocks, beside the dusty road, crevices in the wall, hiding the sleepy toad. When I was a boy, and you were my girl. When I was a boy, a dreamer in my world. When I was a boy, my girl. Thanks very much, you've been very kind. I'm going to finish on a song which is called On the Corner of Fitzroy Street. And I was reading about the Union Pacific Railway in America, like you do, and you've got nothing better to do. And what interested me about it is because I knew a lot of the railways built across from east to the west coast were built by Chinese navvies, but in fact the Union Pacific was built mainly by Irish labour, many of whom were joined up to fight in the American Civil War. And what really got my imagination was that it set off from Omaha and then it worked across to all those famous places like Laramie, great name, Ogallala. And I finally got to Salt Lake City. And a lot of the men there were engineers, and they'd go out each day and work on the lines. And because they were close to a bigger city or a settlement, it wasn't that big in those days, they would dream about eventually, when they put the whole thing together, going out and settling down. So this is called On the Corner of Fitzroy Street. It's about a railway engineer. Sort of.